Wow!
Woo! Oh dear God, and I can't be seen at all apparently. There we go. I think. Wow, why am I so freaking tall? Hang on. Lift the camera.
Sorry, guys.
If that'll work.
Doing some adjusting.
We're adjusting the bureau. Okay, so here we are with episode 13.
The cursed episode.
Which, not really much of a curse, because we don't have any cursing.
Yeah, I know.
No ghosts on my behalf, and I don't think there were any on your
I got a
behalf.
psycho, and no
ghosts?
no crazy stuff on my side either.
No, I've got giant monsters on mine. So, alright, obviously, we've got our top 5. We do have a comparison, which goes in with the giant monster theme. I think it's a good comparison this time.
What'd you got?
Well, we'll get into that when we get there.
Alright.
And our top 5 also goes in with that, so let's start off with the top 5. Our top 5 is favorite giant monsters. You want to start or shall I?
It's your list.
My list? Alright. At number 5, I picked the giant crab from Earth vs. the Crabs. Really cool flick from the 50s, you know, atomic age, horror. I like all that kind of stuff. At number 4, King Ghidorah from Monster X. He later shows up obviously in Godzilla flicks. He's the gold 3-headed dragon guy.
Yep.
Love King Ghidorah. I've actually got a friend who's got a wicked cool shirt and I want to steal it from him. It's a yellow shirt and it's got a silhouette of Ghidorah on it. It says Ghidorah's not Godzilla's bitch. I love that shirt. Okay, so number 3. God, what did I have at number 3? I'm trying to remember. Oh, we just went over those too. Oh,
we did.
The Kraken.
There you go. Okay.
From Clash of the Titans. I know it's not horror, but I love the Kraken, and he's
a giant monster.
And he's made by Ray Harryhausen, and I adore Ray Harryhausen. Absolutely love the guy. Okay, number 2 is Gamera from Gamera. Giant flying turtle, came out around the same time as Godzilla.
Yep.
Started really becoming popular. And kind of like Godzilla, he's been a good guy, bad guy, so it's kind of cool. And my number 1 is Reptilicus.
Reptilicus.
From Reptilicus. Giant snake. And this is the weird thing. In the Danish version, he had wings and he could fly. But in the American version, they got rid of the wings and they didn't have him fly because they thought that it was just too silly. So instead they gave him this kind of acid stuff.
Okay.
But it was neon green, glow-in-the-dark silly string, and it was foolish. But I loved Reptilicus. Awesome movie. You're up, douche.
All right. Well, I got one of those down here so I don't forget because I'm mindless. Oh, okay, it's on my computer. All right.
Number 5.
Number 5. The Ants from Them.
Cool flick again. Atomic age horror.
Yeah. So we both got a little collaboration on number 5.
Atomic age.
All right. Number 4. Tremors. I grew up with Tremors, so I love it.
And it's got Burt Reynolds, right? See him in that?
I don't know. No, I
Wasn't
remember.
he the dude with the mustache? Wasn't he like the lead dude? Wasn't that Burt
No,
Reynolds?
I don't think that was Burt Reynolds.
No.
But it was some other guy.
Some dude.
Some dude.
Number 3.
Number 3. Godzilla.
Godzilla at number 3.
Godzilla.
Little surprising that Godzilla's at number 3. But
Yeah, there's been so many movie alliterations and stuff, but I've never been a huge fan.
Then why is he on your favorites list?
Well, I think he's better than the rest of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, better than the ones 4 and 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, number 2.
Cloverfield Monster.
So Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Clover, I think, is what a lot of fans have just come to call it.
So I thought that was pretty sweet.
That was a cool flick. That was a really cool flick.
It's funny how the top 3 tend to destroy New York, and number 1 is King Kong.
King Kong.
The giant monkey.
King Kong definitely deserves to be on the list. And I didn't pick King Kong or Godzilla because they're just, so huge. Quote unquote. Sorry, I know that's a horrible.
No pun intended.
Actually, there was none, but alright, so that's our lists. And now we're going to our 4. For me, we have Gorgo from, what year were you? 1961. You have
Shutter Island.
From 2010.
Yep.
Troll Hunter, which is one of mine, from 2011. So
Nice.
that's a good one.
And an oldie, The Lady Vanishes from the 30s.
Cool. When are you doing Postman? Or did we already do that? We already did
Postman
that.
already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
did
already
the
did that.
last
That was the last episode.
Wow, I'm behind.
You just.
I did.
Your mind is like 3 weeks
All
ago.
right, so shall I start or you want to start this one?
I'll start this one.
Okay.
Okay.
So which one are we starting with?
Lady Vanishes.
Lady Vanishes.
Okay, have you seen this movie?
I may have. It sounds very familiar.
All right. Well, it's about this. Oh, it's this train ride and this woman who just recently met this guy.
Yes.
This is towards the middle of the movie. Recently met this guy and they're talking and she likes him, but she doesn't really like him at the same time. He's very sarcastic. He's got a very witty like that
Witty
wittiness
sense of
about him.
humor.
Right. And well, what happens is that this sweet old lady that she ends up meeting in a motel.
Turns out to be a ghost.
No.
Oh.
Just vanishes out of nowhere. And the whole movie is basically trying to find out where this.
Alien abduction.
No.
Damn.
Where this lady goes. Well, it's been around for 80 some odd years, so I'm just gonna say it anyway. The old lady was a secret agent, a secret American agent.
Woo.
And she was abducted by.
Secret agent names. Sorry. Okay, but anyway.
Anyway, she was abducted by some other agents on the train from like another country.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how this fits into horror exactly. Where's the spookiness?
It's does it always have to be spookiness?
There's got to be some kind of horror, and so far I'm not getting any. This
Really?
is a spy movie.
It's not a spy movie.
You just said that they were.
You gotta watch
spies.
it. You have to watch it. I'll bring it over. You gotta watch it.
Okay, I'm saying that this is not horror right off the bat.
I'm
so
saying it is.
For horror rating, this gets a 0 because there's no horror to it.
Whatever. Freaking screw yourself. I like it.
Okay, I'm glad
I like
you like it. It's probably a good movie,
I'm
but
just
it's
saying.
not horror. Spy movie. It's an 80-year-old James Bond film.
No, there is no action like that in it.
It's an 80-year-old James
It's
Bond
more of
flick.
a what the fuck happened to this old woman.
Oh, okay,
and
well,
this and that.
anyway, what do you give this for a rating?
I don't like you. You just ruined it.
Just give it the damn
7.
7. I'm giving it a 0 because I don't think there's any horror.
You
All right.
need to watch it.
Alright, so for me, we're doing Gorgo. Bum, bum, bum. I actually remember the DVDs, which he didn't.
Shut up.
From 1961. I'm going to give you the quick synopsis. A salvage vessel is nearly sunk off the Irish coast by an undersea earthquake. A few nights later, a walking sea monster tangles with the fishing boats and enters the small town. Fishermen from England catch the 60-foot-tall deep-sea creature. The monster is taken to London for a circus, and with great shock, they find out that the creature is really just a baby. The creature's mother, who is upset and drastically larger, follows his trail to London, leaving a wake of destruction in her path. So that's the synopsis for Gorgo. Like I said, this is a giant monster movie, and I know a lot of fans are like, oh, that's not really horror, it belongs in its own category. Well, if you really think of the old classic giant monster movies like Godzilla, the original Godzilla, King of the Monsters, King Kong, things like that, they were horror for its time because, you know, we had the atomic age going on. So like them and things of that nature too, they really were science fiction, horror kind of thing. And of course at that time everybody was terrified of the atomic age.
Well, yes.
Gorgo fits into that. This one that I have on DVD, they actually did put it in color finally. They put it in color. It was originally in black and white. Gorgo fits in the category with Godzilla and King Kong and everything with the atomic age. However, much like Godzilla, it was an ancient dinosaur that had been somehow preserved. How it got released, unfortunately, nobody really knows, because they don't go into that for whatever reason. I really like Gorgo. I would actually almost put Gorgo above Godzilla and just the coolness factor, because he doesn't have the atomic breath like Godzilla does, and he doesn't fight a bunch of other monsters.
Godzilla's got so much different stuff though over the years.
He does. And my thing is, I really like Gorgo because it was a one-shot. There wasn't a bunch of them, and Gorgo almost actually made my top 5 list. But I couldn't put him in there when I had characters like Reptilicus, who I absolutely love, and Gamera, who I absolutely love. And I'm not saying that I dislove Gorgo, because I do. I really like Gorgo. I actually have a variant Gorgo figure over there. He's actually red rather than being green like he's supposed to be. Which was okay. I got him at the yard sale, so it's all good.
Yeah.
So for me, like I said, I love Gorgo. I give Gorgo a 7.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Gorgo?
don't think so.
No?
I'd never even heard of it until you were like, oh, I'm going to do Gorgo. It's like, oh, that's great. What is it?
Alright, so JJ's never seen Gorgo, so... Anyway, Gorgo. Go check it out. Cool flick. Alright,
Okay.
we're up with
Shutter Island.
From 2010, right?
2009, 2010, something like
Somewhere around there.
that. Either way, good movie. And,
It's got DiCaprio, right?
yep.
And what does he do exactly?
You're asking me questions like I'm Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, what does he do? Okay. I know it's like a prison.
Yep, it's a mental institution.
Woo!
Woo, crazy people.
Doesn't he see ghosts or something there?
No.
Like, I saw
Well,
the commercial where like he
yeah,
hugs somebody and
but-
they like poof away like ash. Because I still
That
like to
was
see this.
what,
movie.
the part that you're thinking of was a dream.
Oh, it was a dream.
It was a dream.
Okay.
He was sleeping and his wife's been dead for a while now.
Oh, that's sad.
And so it's and so he's dreaming about her, but she's like talking about
Is it a
something,
little
and he's
too?
just like, oh, what's going on? And when he hugs her, she turns to ash in his hands because she burnt in a house fire. And I'm like,
That sucks.
that
That really
scene's just
sucks.
horrible, and I'm
That
out of
really
camera
sucks.
range.
Yes, you are.
All
Stop
right.
doing that, douche.
Ghostly voices coming out of nowhere. Anyway, and well, while he's at this institution, he's trying to search for this woman who just seemingly disappeared.
Okay.
Well, goes on. He goes into he. I don't think he ever finds the woman. I think she's actually been dead for a while. But I won't say the end of the movie because it hasn't been around long enough. But the ending is very spectacular. It's a great movie, and if you haven't watched it yet, it's another DiCaprio great.
Okay.
So,
cool. What do you give for a rating?
a 9.
A 9.
A 9.
I will
Not
definitely-
quite the 10,
I will
but
definitely have to watch this. I have yet to see this movie.
which is surprising.
It is
considering it's
surprising.
so
I love
big,
DiCaprio.
so.
I think he's a great actor. Which is really surprising that I haven't seen this. My wife has seen it though, and she really liked it. So.
I actually want to see the new one he was in.
Gatsby?
Yeah, I want to see
I want to see
Gatsby.
that. I want to see that.
Because the
Well,
book is good.
We'll actually be talking about a DiCaprio movie in our other show, our new show that's starting this week.
Woo!
Alright, so let's
We're not doing Titanic, are we?
not by me.
Okay.
I didn't pick that.
I'm not doing Titanic. I mean, it's not a bad movie. I'm just saying.
Horrid movie. Horrible movie. Alright, so Troll Hunter from 2011. DVD cover. I don't know how well you guys can see that.
Probably not very well.
This movie's really cool. It's from Finland, I think, or is it Norway?
It's Finnish?
Norway. It's
Oh,
Norse.
Norwegian.
And
Are you Norwegian?
I am.
Oh,
Got my Norwegian right there.
I'm not.
But I fucking love this movie. This movie is so cool. It's done kind of like Blair Witch, Paranormal Activity. It's one of these
Okay, yeah.
documentary-esque.
Wreck. Okay.
Yeah, one of those kind of things. I love Wreck. That's a great movie. It's a good movie. Really.
Why haven't we done that yet?
That's the Spanish version of Quarantine.
Oh, okay.
Quarantine was the cheap American ripoff.
Damn cheap American ripoff.
Wreck was fucking awesome. And there's like
Wreck was
4 of
awesome.
them. And all of them are.
I've seen 1 and 2.
I've seen the first 3. And they're good.
Oh.
They're wicked good.
I've just seen the
I haven't
first
seen the
2.
4th one. Anyway, so it's a film team. They're trying to make a documentary, and they find out about this hunter out in the middle of nowhere who is quite literally a troll hunter. They think he's completely nuts until they go with him. They literally follow him on one of his hunts, and they see a troll for the first time. And these aren't, like little, a treasure troll or under a bridge troll. These things are massive. They're literally giants, and they're about as stupid as they come. The only thing that seems to bug people with this movie is they expect it to be in English, so that's one of the big things. And a lot of people expect there to be a lot more violence to the film, and there's not. This movie definitely is not in everybody's wheelhouse. I watched this for the first time about 6 months ago, and I loved it. I absolutely love this movie. I like foreign films to begin with, but I can't say anything bad about this. I mean, it was really, really good. The visuals for the trolls, they are obviously computer generated, but they don't look cheesy. They don't look super cartoony because of the computer generation. But I fucking love this movie. Absolutely love this movie. Have you seen this yet?
No.
No.
Again.
Well, I didn't see either of your two either, so I guess this is one of those episodes.
It's another rarity.
Much like Silent
we're starting supper in half an hour.
Okay.
Just let you know.
Okay.
Food.
Yeah, food. So, with Troll Hunter, much like you with the Shutter Island, I don't know why I said Silent Hill originally. I give this a 9. It's just that good. It's such a great movie.
Okay.
All right, so now we go to our comparison.
Okay.
And like I said, I picked this to go with our giant monster theme, which is pretty cool. We are going to do the 1953 Godzilla, King of the Monsters, up against the 1998 Godzilla with Matthew Broderick. Now,
I already got my pick.
I'm sure that we're going to agree on this. I'm going original.
Original.
I don't dislike the Broderick one, but I don't love it either. It's kind of one of those movies where it's a give or take for me. If it's on TV, I'll watch it, but it's not like,
Well, if there's nothing else to watch.
Whereas the original Godzilla it is scary if you think about it when its time came around, because it was Japan's way of talking about the bombing and everything. And of course, this is a country that actually lived through the atomic bomb.
Yes.
Not once, but twice, because we're assholes like that.
Boom.
So for me, like I said, it's gotta be the original.
It's gotta be the original. Even with that, I mean, not a big Matthew Broderick fan.
I don't.
His career dropped off, I think, like right after Ferris Bueller.
I know.
And
I know.
come on, that's such a good movie, and I love that movie.
It is a good movie.
And
No,
Matthew Broderick's career is just pretty much based on that. That's it.
he's done some other good movies since then.
Yeah, but not many.
All right, so
Few
now
and
we
far
come
in
for
between.
the artist of the week. He is a spectacular director, and he uses visual effects. He does not use a lot of computer generation. He
Just
uses
see,
practical.
you're talking about this, and I don't even know who the hell he is.
Takashi Mike. He comes from Japan. He's done a lot of what we would classify as extreme horror. He's
Okay.
done stuff. Old Boy, which is a guy who is wrongly imprisoned by the mafia for like 15 years. And once he gets out, he's got one day to find out who it was that imprisoned him. He's out to get his revenge. And he falls in love with this woman. He starts sleeping with her only to find out that it's his daughter. Oh, yeah. And once he finds this out, he actually cuts his own tongue out and everything. I mean, there's a lot of weird shit that happens in this movie. Itchy the Killer, which I'm a huge fan of. I think I actually have that downstairs. Demon Pond is probably one of my favorites. If you're a fan of traditional Japanese mythology and their stories of like the Onis and stuff like that, it's a great movie. I adore Takashi Mike. I love his work. I think that he's one of the few directors who has done work that has come to America and people receive it very well, especially Audition. A lot of people have talked about Audition. And that movie actually, Bravo listed it as number 7 from its 100 scariest movies.
Really?
At number
I have
7.
to watch that.
Audition is fantastic. If you have a problem with vomiting, though, don't watch this movie because there's a pretty nasty vomit scene. She pukes in a bowl and feeds it to this guy. It's pretty
Bro,
gross.
you just ruined it for me.
Oh, I'm gonna pick Audition at some point. I know I am. I know I am.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
But new things for. Like we said, we got a new show where we're going to be talking about other movies. There will be no horror to that one because we have the horror show.
Right.
So look forward to that.
We're going to be doing that
that'll
also.
Be up shortly. New stuff for the collection, like I was saying to JJ. Not a whole hell of a lot, but we'll show you guys real quick.
Certainly a lot more than you had last time.
Yeah, there's been some changes of the office. We've got Skull Lamp, which
Skull
is
Lamp.
because it's still daytime.
I think that's actually pretty sweet, though.
That is pretty sweet. I got that from a family friend. She's getting rid of a bunch of stuff and knew that I would love it. Yes, I'm a total dork. I love Ninja Turtles. I'm a huge
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I love Ninja Turtles. My bat.
Always bat.
It's not real. It's a puppet, but I love bats. And I've actually had him for a while, but I haven't put him out until recently. I love this guy. And I think that's it. We showed you guys the doll setup last time, and no new bones or anything, unfortunately. Sorry for all my bone lovers.
Ha.
I think that's it. So, sayonara for Horror Show.
Woo!
Woo! Alright, so ready to start the next one?
Wait a minute.
What'd you do?
It hasn't stopped recording.
Oh my god.
I'm pressing the button.